Hello, everyone. My name is Gail Blanford. I am the Director of Recruiting for Hayden Consulting Group, and I have along with me.
My name is Kyle Irvin, and I am a Senior Associate Consultant here at Hayden Consulting Group.
And Kyle and I are going to give you some information about Hayden. We're going to go through the questions that were provided to us. I believe all employers are going through. So, brief description of Hayden. We are a strategy and analytics consulting firm. We have been around for
Three and a half
almost
years.
four. And we are looking to hire about 15 associates for 2024, probably do a July cohort and a January and a July cohort. So very excited to talk to students at Holy Cross. We have an alum as well. Katie is I don't know what year she is.
Katie Devan. I'm class of 2021. We have another fellow class of 2021 alum and an alum on our senior leadership team from the class of 2007.
So we are hiring, the role we are hiring for is called Associate Consultant. It's posted on Handshake. And typical timeline will probably post and try to come on campus if possible, maybe virtual interviews or maybe in person. But we'll usually make decisions on offers once we go through the full process by end of October, so you know whether or not you'll get an offer. I'll let Kyle describe a little bit about our organization.
Yeah, of course. So Hayden is a boutique life sciences consulting firm. So we work almost exclusively with biopharmaceutical manufacturers on what in industry jargon we call market access and commercialization strategy. Basically what that is pretty much everything that happens while a drug is being approved and after that drug has been approved and getting it launched, and all of these really interesting considerations around what kind of support are we going to offer patients, what type of pharmacies are we going to use to get these drugs to patients. Within our organization, we are very small. I think as of right now, Gail, we have about
56?
50, not about, exactly 56 employees. She's the woman who knows. Across levels, primarily most like on the consulting staff like myself and a number of folks in HR and operations who work with Gail. Because we are a smaller company and about 2/3 of our company is based out of our Boston HQ, we are a very close-knit group. I've worked here not as long as Gail, but I've been here for over 2 years. My first job from when I graduated from Holy Cross with about 20 other people. And since then we've almost tripled in size, and it truly doesn't feel that way, because we're, working in consulting, because we're always collaborating with others. We grow to be a really tight-knit group, especially someone for myself came out fresh out of school, 22 years old, being able to work with a bunch of people who knew a lot of stuff, and having the opportunities to work with them, and also like a bunch of other people who were just like me and also had no idea what was going on. Definitely a very close culture, both in the context of the work that we do and outside of the work that we do.
And to piggyback off Kyle was saying, so we have 3 committees. Hayden has a DEI and A committee, a social committee, and a services committee. And so the DEI committee was launched, I think, in the first year, and it's expanded. We have 16 members of that committee right now. We say to folks, join for a little bit if you want. You don't have to stay, right? Because you get busy. But we give folks the opportunity to participate in any of those committees. And let's see, opportunities for continuous learning. So we offer training at all levels, but one of the things we offer to associates, I think after the first year they do. Did you participate in the training with Juliet?
Yes,
like
the
presentation training.
Yeah.
To kind of enhance your skills, and we have a firm that we work with for quite some time, and they've come in helped us for like 3 years now. Lots of opportunity for other opportunities for learning and development as well. The career development opportunities. So one of the things that we do We generally have an expectation that people will get promoted within 12 to 15 months between roles, and we have very clear cut sort of competencies and steps how you'll get to that next level. So that is something that we spent a lot of time really making sure that it was clear and expectations are clear around how you achieve that. So anything else mentioned on that, Kyle? I think we've got.
Yeah, I think across learning and development, the presentation training has been really rewarding, and that's something that grows with you as you grow. So for myself, completed it twice, but completed 2 different levels of it, and beyond that, continuous opportunities on training on what I like to call the consulting toolbox. Things in our industry like Excel and PowerPoint and some other analytical tools, leadership training as you move up in the ranks and start to work in more of a leadership role. Really well-rounded support in concert with the opportunities to work on project work that really help you at the end of the day achieve that those timelines that Gail was talking about.
Cool. Let's see, we got 2 more questions. This is going good. By the way, this was supposed to be our draft, but this might be the actual one. We might have done this, so we'll see how it goes. Okay, what motivates you to work hard and remain at got cut off? I think it's why you remain at Hayden. I will talk to why I remain at Hayden. I like working for a small firm. I've worked for large firms. I've worked for small firms. I love access to the senior management team. I want to know what's going on. I don't like to be 10 levels removed from the decision makers. So I would say for me, that's what it is. I like the trust that's instilled in everyone. You join day one. There's sort of an expectation that you're just going to do your job. It will give you the tools to do it, but there's no sort of babysitting, if you will, or overarching, too much control, I guess.
Yeah, and I would say similarly but different to Gail, because I don't have much else to compare it to, because this is my first job and I'm still here. One of the things that attracted me to Hayden was its size. One of the reasons why I attended Holy Cross was because I wanted to be in that small environment where you're not a small fish in a big pond, and I greatly benefited from opportunities and access to faculty members, administrators while I was at Holy Cross. And from the moment that I came to Hayden, as Gail was mentioning, super accessible leadership team who almost all of them are on the consulting staff. So in addition to, leading the firm, they're also leading the project work. And unlike a lot of other places where you only will see a partner for a client kickoff and your final readout, you're consistently working with the senior leadership on your projects who know an exceptional amount about what it is we do, and that really helps, certainly in my case, accelerate your growth, accelerated your learning. As someone who graduated from Holy Cross with a double major in economics and music, having not taken a science class since I was in high school, definitely really made me feel comfortable being in the life sciences and accelerated, my growth. And it's one of the reasons why I stay here, because I don't have anything to compare it to, but I hear horror stories from friends who, work at larger consulting companies, work in, larger finance operations roles, and it's just something that they don't have that I can't imagine working without.
One thing I always say to that too, there are certainly some perks of working in a big organization, right? Brand name recognition, all that. But speaking of brand recognition, we are launching our website, getting a new logo, so that should be, I don't know when we will have that all launched, but we have a photographer in the office as we speak behind us taking pictures. So
but this isn't staged, don't worry.
It's truly not staged. This is random.
We usually hang out like this. It's about that time.
Okay, last question. Describe any perks or fun facts about working at this organization. My fun fact is that I hired our co-founders, Dave McDougall and Jamie Sador. I recruited them years ago into the previous firm they worked at, so I watched them come up through the organization, knew what they were capable of. And when they started Hayden, when they asked me to join Hayden, I was so excited because I knew that this would be a stellar firm. I knew it would grow quickly, and it's, we've done quite well and super exciting. So, fun facts.
How do I top that one? I would say fun fact, and kind of related to one of the reasons why I work here and remain here, is when I first interviewed to work at Hayden, it was the winter break of my senior year at Holy Cross, and I had a phone screen with Gail. Thankfully it went well, working to schedule our follow-up interviews, and I said, hey Gail, like, really sorry for the inconvenience, but could we have a couple of weeks? Like, I'm actually getting my wisdom teeth out. I was not lying. I was actually getting my wisdom teeth out. I have the pictures to prove it. And, before I had my first official interview, I'm like, they don't owe me anything at this point. I got a text from Gail before my first official interview. She said, how are you doing? Like, how are you feeling with your wisdom teeth? And to me, that just truly exemplified like the kind of people that Hayden attracts and retains, and I think that has been more than borne out in the people that were here when I started working here, and the 40 something people that we've hired since. So truly a really great place to work at, doing really impactful work that helps people with amazing people.
Awesome. Wow, Kyle, was good. 10 minutes and 47 seconds.
Wow.
Okay, lastly, if you're interested in applying to Hayden, the job is posted on Handshake. It's associate consultant. It's posted, I think, through the end of September. We are doing a couple of events on campus and a couple of chats and things like that.
Yeah, please find me at the Destination 24 Alumni Social coming up. I believe it is Wednesday, September 13th. And then the following week on Wednesday, September 20th, Gail and I will be out on the Hovel for Career Fest. So we would love to chat with you about Hayden, about working in consulting. I love talking to people about consulting, whether you're interviewing to work here at Hayden or somewhere else. So please don't be shy and reach out, and we would love to have a conversation.
Thank you.
Thank you.